into thy holy hand. Guide us in our discussion. Let your peace abide with us. Let us reach reasonable conclusions to the benefit of the association, our individual self, and to the glory of the name. In Jesus' name we pray.
Amen. Your name, sir?
Orúkọ mi ni Ọ̀gbẹ́ni Adébọ́lá Ògúnjọbí, Ageege Zone, Lascafan.
All right. Ageege Zone. Ageege Zone, my book hour. So, all right. So we are going straight into the meeting. So we'll read the minutes now. But because of the cost of printing the minutes, and I think it's not going to make sense for us to start printing about 4 pages for everybody to have a copy. So we are going digital, or we've done digital. So it's going to be on the platform. And deliberately I said they should hold it on. So it's on the platform, on the Lascafan platform. So you just go there so you can read along while the secretary is reading from here. And if you are not on the platform, then that means you have to listen attentively. So if there's anything you need to put down while the meeting is being read, you put it down. Is that okay? All right. So.
Great farmers. Lascafan. Lascafan. It's like many of us don't know the response. Lascafan. I want us to get used to it so that when we have outside occasions, we won't embarrass ourselves. Lascafan. Let's listen to our minutes of last meeting as compiled by the Assistant Secretary. We have a breakdown of vehicle on the road. That's why they are not here yet. They are from Ekpebra zone. Lascafan State meeting held on 30th April 2024. The meeting started with opening prayer by Pastor Kunle Adi at about 11:09 a.m. The President, Mr. Sejuro Michael Oketojinu, introduced himself as well as all the state schools, the pioneers, and former Lascafan presidents that were in attendance, which includes the first Vice President, Mr. Olatoye Fajimi, the second Vice President, Mrs. Asonye Chinasa, the General Secretary, Mrs. Apata, the Assistant General Secretary, Mrs. Olufadeji Esther, the Treasurer, Mrs. Adetola Modupe, the PRO, Mrs. Olupele, Chief Whip, Mrs. Aluko, the Financial Secretary, Mrs. Onimejo, our pioneer Baba Akin Bolagun, Pastor Ajala, former President of Lascafan, who handed over to Baba Kowowe, who also handed over to Elijah Atoba. He also recognized the presence of Pastor Kunle Adi, Pastor Mrs. Ajulo, as well as Mrs. Idowu Bunyingo from Federal Ministry of Agri, who addressed the House by appreciating all farmers for sustaining fish productivity, impressed with the different activities on our platform, that he can boldly say he is with us, that the ministry have not done enough for farmers, but we need our data to work with whenever opportunity comes up. The President appreciated everyone for the massive turnout of our members to the very first meeting in the year 2024, despite the fuel crisis challenges encountered in coming to the meeting. Yet, Ikorodu zone came with coastal bus, Epe zone with mini bus, while Badagry zone were disappointed by their driver due to fuel prices. Yet, they still find their way to the meeting venue. Other zones, Adimosho 1 and 2, Ojo 1, Ageege zone, were all well represented, which shows that we will have cooperation from our members this year. That we should not relent in giving our best, that God will reward us all. He emphasized on the state of the nation that those who are still standing in business are strong, that we need to appreciate ourselves. Agenda. Declaration of state meeting holding quarterly. With lots of activities taking place in all zonal chapters and all the need to decentralize the association, the central meeting will not be taking place monthly again due to the stress involved, but we hold quarterly. Report on Merry Fish Day. Mrs. Asonye appreciated everyone that contributed towards the success of the Merry Fish Day. The report and names of those who contributed already posted on the platform. The comment is allowed from members in order to improve on the next Merry Fish Day. Mr. Festus Olarewaju opined that we should not assume that everyone present knows the meaning of Merry Fish Day and why we are doing it. Elijah Atoba explained the origination of Merry Fish Day, that it is an annual event to celebrate ourselves, network, facilitate, and appreciate God. Formerly called end of the year party, but was changed to Merry Fish Day in order to make it a unique event. Report on think tank. Mr. Olatoye gave the report on the event which was held on 5th to 6th March 2024 at Bariga, with over 50 people as representatives from each zone to discuss issues that are bothering farmers. Head of Fisheries Department, Federal and Lagos State Directors of Fisheries were in attendance. Aquaculture emergency, which we were able to come out with solutions that will be addressed during press conference to present the document to the whole world. That the communique is ready and will soon be presented. All delegates were accommodated. Program started from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. The national president of CAFAN, bank representatives, the retreat was both physical and online. Finding and support realized from both individuals. Funding and support realized from both individuals was 3,655,000. Among those who attended were Dr. Babalola, Professor Bumbata, and so on. Palliative distribution. The president encouraged all zones to put their house in order by going back to our various centers to be sure we are financial members. That our next distribution of palliative will not be done in a rush. Those who are not captured at various zonal chapters cannot be irresponsible at the zonal chapter and be functional at the central. That we all have to be functional at our various zonal chapters. We charge all members that they have to serve to be served. That it is good to take up responsibilities when you can make yourself available, but it is demonic to take up responsibility and not making oneself available. We should all live up to expectation at our zonal chapters to get the full data of Lascafan centralized will not be too difficult for us if we can do the needful at our various zones. He advised that we should be mindful of what we post on the platform because of the caliber of people we have there. The ESCOs, predecessors are all making sacrifices without spending the association money. He appealed that all zones should send their data, and whatever is being sent by the zonal chairman is what will be presented at the central to the ministry. That some zones will soon hold their elections. All zonal chapters need to strengthen themselves. Attendance and financial status is compulsory. He opined that the maize palliative was distributed according to the data given to the center at the zonal chapters, which did not go round. He apologized to those that felt they are deserving but didn't get. That so many things are coming and they will be given priority at subsequent opportunities, but we also need to do what is expected. Attendance to meeting, voluntary contribution in work and finance will be considered. That whatever we are giving should be accepted and distributed in the way it can go round. Mr. Festus Olanrewaju responded that we should do well to target working together as one body. The communique as a single document, women in Ageege are not competing with Lascafan as a body. We need to have a clear picture of what we are doing because it is sensitive. Whatever we say about our government and how we say it matters. We should rather call our government to correction rather than openly rebuke them. Mr. Idowu opined we need to work with three divisions: the seedlings, that is the breeders, the growers and the millers, the processors, producers and marketers. That we need to make the government know that we have processors as well as marketers and how our fish can be exported out of the country. Tilapia cage culture disaster. Lascafan venture was involved with the tilapia fish disaster that happened in February, that we need not to go confrontational when we have issues with the government. Though the case is in court presently, the government, NGO, stakeholders are involved in the case. We should not have allowed ourselves to be pushed unnecessarily. He pleaded that our Lascafan share and ventures need to be considered because multi-million industries are grounded already due to economic recession, that we should organize ourselves and contribute our quota. Those who are yet to collect their share certificate to please exercise patience. All dividends will be taken care of with time. That the Eco Appeals Bank is for us as farmers. Zonal chapters report. The president opined that ID card will come from the central in order to curb bad eggs among members. All zonal chairmen are to collect members' details to the central for all members. Payment of dues and good coordination is needed as we are collecting dues from zone. The central needs to be dispersed also. All zones are to be creative, using Ikorodu as a case study. FAO, World Bank, Federal Ministry of Agric, IRTA, among others, are all cooking some things. Zonal chairmen gave updates on their days of meeting, venue, membership drive, and strength. Representatives from FEDSAC, Mrs. Rashida Baba, mainland representative, agricultural technology, helping farmers to access funds for productivity in their business. Accessibility of funds to farmers at limited time. Download their application, fill their details, and then apply. Requirements include financing farmers for 3 months with 3 to 4% per month, free financial credit history, collateral for 2 million and above. Below 2 million, no collateral. The president opined that Lascafan will recommend farmers but will not guarantee anyone. Collecting loan, documents, presentation should be brought to the notice of Lascafan before disbursement takes place. He advised members not to play the spoiler's role, that we are not ready for the loan, they shouldn't collect it, but to organize their business because so many opportunities are coming up, that if we need to get our passports and papers, we should please do. Mrs. Bridget, MD Lead Ventures Limited, informed us of good festival coming up in May 23rd to 25th, Food Festival. Asked how many people have valid international passports to attend business tourism twice yearly. She opined that Nigerian farmers are rich and should reposition themselves that they are not poor. We need to think out of the box, do our own things in order not to be poor farmers. The farmers have to be on a round table meeting with the government before decisions are being taken. We need to position ourselves. The government can't solve all our problems. As farmers, our focus will not be in limiting our products to Nigeria. Farmers should not continue to depend on Nigerian government, but key into opportunities abroad. Two events coming up. Trade mission to Philadelphia in August for people who are futuristic and ready to move their business abroad. Trade mission, farmers meeting investors. Livestock farmers event in Germany. We should get for the food festival. Diversification. Erratic rain pattern causes of climate change. The root of tomorrow planting a tree to mitigate climate change. Giving to school. Using students to propagate the gospel, to take it home to their parents. The land in your farm, plant a tree and make profit through it. Incorporate your poultry waste to plant cash crops. Our strategy is to bring in more people into the association. We should be watchful of who we sell our produce to and properly monitor them during sales. Price list will be updated at intervals. Motion of adjournment of meeting was moved by Mrs. Adebola Ogunjobi, Mr. Adebola Ogunjobi, Mrs. Awoyemi Mary, seconded by Mrs. Agilo. Closing prayer by Mr. Olatubosun Kazeem at 2:50 p.m. Thank you.
Wow, I think we need to encourage her more. That was a very lengthy minute, and so many things to look at there. So before we adopt, do we have observations, corrections, omissions from anybody that was part of the meeting? And just to let you know that this is one of the best secretaries we've had in Lascafan. He captured virtually everything, and I think that's a good refresher, reminder for those of us that attended, and for those of us that are attending for the first time. I think we got so much information, and we have a good basis to start today's meeting. So, but before we go into the matters for today, so do we have omissions and any correction? Quickly, please. Are we okay with that?
Yes.
Are we okay with it? Yes. Okay, those that are okay with it, say yay. Yay. Those that are not okay with it, say nah. Okay. So that means the yeas have it. Is that okay? So can somebody move the motion for adoption? Moving. I like that. Yeah, support.
M.A.
Your zone. Ikorodu, okay. All right. So àti rí àwọn kan láti Ageege, àti rí àwọn kan láti Ikorodu.
Bukola Ajibade from Ageege zone.
Ageege again.
Yeah.
Ageege man. All right. Okay, not the best for okay.
Ati Morayo Alaba, Badagry.
What's that? I not the best move. It's okay. Two people are enough to move the motion together. So thank you everyone. So before we start fully, I want to let us know that I'm excited with the number, and I know very soon the hall is not going to contain us. And I want to advise, if you stand up and your seat is vacant, you're on your own. So if you know you can't stand for so long, please stay glued to your seat. That's number one instruction. Then now, I'll just run through the likely agenda, and would so that prepares us ahead. So that when we begin to ask for our responses, it's going to be very spontaneous. Like mommy quickly raised her hand for the motion. Is that okay? So we'll be dealing with so many things today, but the center of it all is going to be around our fish price, market, and feed price. I don't think there's any other thing as important as that. So if we put it in a nutshell, we'll say the survival of our industry, of our business. That's the major reason why we are here, and we'll be having some resolution from what's it called, our input today, and we'll run with it. Thank you. So do we have? Let's look at the matters arising from the last meeting. So first and foremost, it's the zonal chapters, the membership drive, which we've I think we've responded to it very well. And I think we can begin to see the evidence now. And we ask everybody to go back to their zones and put their zones in order, put their house in order, because we're trying to decentralize the association and make the zones very powerful. When I say powerful, very powerful. And that's what the government of the day is trying to do with the local government. So if we operate at the zones, that means we are closer to the grassroots. And that will help us in information dissemination. Those at the back can't hear me very well. Those at the back, can you hear me? $1 million. What did I say? Okay, that's one. I'll drive at that. So let's wait to tell you that a lot of things are in the offing. See, when it's morning now, people are beginning to adjust themselves. $1 million. So we are getting very good response, and I think I'm very proud with what the zonal coordinators, chairmen, and executives are doing. Can we put our hands together for them? And we were able to, because of that too, some of the zones had their elections and they did their inauguration. So, and to tell you, between the last time we met and now, we did formal inauguration for 2 zonal chapters. That's Alimosho 1 and Alimosho 2. Can we put our hands together for them? And quickly, I want to recognize the new leader for chairperson for Alimosho Zone 2. Where is she? All right. Can you come out for recognition? That's the newest chairperson. And I think she's the only female chairperson. Yeah? Okay. All right. Can we put our hands together for her? So, let's hear from the horse's mouth. Tell us your name and the zone you represent.
Great farmers. Great farmers. We are not talking like billionaires. Great farmers. Lascafan. Yes, we are billionaires. Doesn't matter what is happening in the economy, we are going to make it. And like I borrowed the word from the Ikorodu zone, we are growing together. I will get to the top. My name is Blessing Nyorel Olubemi. I'm a catfish farmer, grower, and I represent Alimosho Zone 2, the great zone. And the great zone members here, give the house a shout. I say give the house a shout. That is low. Great farmers. Yeah, we are Alimosho Zone 2.
we meet at the LCDA at Ipaja, 12 noon every second Thursday of the month. Yeah, we are a new zone, but we are big. We started from the scratch. At least our platform, we created that platform, we're just 3 in number. And by the time we started, and by the grace of God, we had a great revolution towards the ending of last year. And between that November, December till now, our registered members are 256. So we are still counting. We are still counting. We are not just going to count numbers, we are going to count greatness. And God will help us. Thank you very much.
Women, all right. Can we put our hands together for her? All right. So, Alimosho Zone 1. Alimosho Zone 1. Okay. Let's put our hands together for him.
Not low. No. Not low.
Great farmer. Great farmer. Lascafan. We thank God for the great opportunity He has given us for us to be inaugurated on the Monday, 15th of July 2024. My name is Pastor Ageege. Unfortunately, I'm the secretary of the Lascafan Alimosho Zone 1. My chairman is not available today. He had a series of meetings yesterday, and on the way home, he called me. He said, Secretary, I will not be able to make it. I'm feeling feverish right now. I said, Daddy, take time, take your rest. I will stand in for you today. So that is why I'm here today. My name is Pastor Adekunle Sunday, the secretary of Alimosho Zone 1. Zone 1 is only, unfortunately, we are just being inaugurated, but we have been in the system for some time now. And it's the heartbeat. You know, Alimosho, because of the population, was divided into Zone 1 and Zone 2. Although we are the senior brother to Alimosho Zone 2, I think we have to let that. You know, Alimosho is the heartbeat of Lagos. Alimosho produced the general secretary. Alimosho Zone 1 produced the general secretary of this great association, in the person of our mommy here, Mrs. Apata. So we thank God, we are moving. And since we have been inaugurated, all the zonal chairmen, they represent, and we have a very cordial relationship and support from our FCDA chairman. He really supported a lot. I think our president can affirm to that. The hall we use, they provided for us everything. So they recognize us and they promise that they are going to be in support of us. Although, because of our region, we are not up to 250 presently, but we are over 150 presently now. So, we are driving and we get there. So, not to waste our time, I thank all of you that support our inauguration. I say, God continue to bless you and uplift this association in the mighty name of Jesus.
Thank you very much, sir. I will put our hands together for him. For the zones that are yet to be inaugurated, if you don't have a zone, it's like somebody that does not have a surname. So if you don't have a zone, it's like somebody that does not have a surname or that does not have a cap. So I think you need to start thinking about it. You get it? Or there are some people here that does not belong to a local government in Lagos State. Hello. So you have to. It's not difficult. If you can identify 2, 3, 5, 10 farmers around your locality or your local or else then you are good to start. What we just give you all the support by getting more members rally around your meeting venue, then we come and inaugurate you. We want to make it very seamless and very simple. We want Lascafan to be everywhere, like the Redeemed churches. No Redeemed church everywhere. Some are like Facebook and Facebook. That's how we want Lascafan to be. You get it? So thank you very much. So, but before we go into some of these things too, let me quickly use this. All right. The NEPA situation is like the current situation the fish farmers are facing in Nigeria. Let's not mind. Let's manage it. Do you get it? So we'll soon have the generator on. So if they take the lights, they can just go with it. All right. So I'll still do a recognition and introduction of some of the veterans, some of the people that paved the way for us. I'll still do that. We have very good representatives amongst us there from the other states and others in the sector.
ẹ̀yin náà dára kí ẹ máa yẹn ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ pa nọ́mbà wọn lọ́jọ́ yẹn pé wọ́n kẹ́ pé ṣe kẹ́nẹ́gbẹ́ ti wà lọ́fíìsì director ta lọ bá gangan ni mo pè so tẹ bá ti dọ́fíìsì wọn ẹ kàn sọ fún wọn kẹ́ ń béèrè Mrs. Olúyìdé látọ̀dọ̀ director pé wọ́n ní kí wọ́n mú yín lọ sí account wọ́n bá yín generate code kẹ́ fi sanwó so ti yín báyẹn.
So that is one of our past presidents in Lascafan, the person of Honorable Shebanjo. I put our hands together for him.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. No farmer. No.
So they are the ones that are making me to stand. See, so our daddy Chief Tayo, former CAFA national president, and is the pioneer president for Lascafan too, and he's here after many generations. Hello. If businesses can work the way Lascafan is working, I think Nigeria will be a better place. When businesses can be transgenerational, do you understand? So Lascafan, we can say Lascafan is transgenerational. Some of them, they started Lascafan before they gave birth to me, and they are still here attending meetings because that's to tell you that Lascafan is an organization that has a good foundation. Do you get it? And it won't spoil in our time. I want to see a situation whereby it will continue like that because me too have been handing over. So when I come, so I won't wear this kind of cap. I wear this kind of cap. Tell you that I'm not in that cap on me. You understand? So today we'll be looking at so many things together. If we want to start looking at the matters arising from the last meeting, we won't deal with some very cogent things, and because we need to manage our time, so we'll be running very fast. And if there's anything you see in that minute and you need to call our attention to it, we'll let you know. But look at the few areas we want to look at today, so as to prepare us ahead, because we'll be very fast in handling all these items one by one. The first is somebody said that there is no justification for anybody or any farmer to be poor in Nigeria. There is no justification. Then another person said that the solutions to our challenges and our problems are within us. Does that pass any message across to us? The solutions to our problems and challenges, I'm not saying as a nation now, I'm trying to narrow it down as farmers, as it concerns us. The solutions to those problems, challenges are within us. And these are some of the things we'll be dealing with today. We'll be taking some conclusions, drawing some conclusions on some very important issues today. You get what I'm saying? Aside from reassuring us, but we need to do it together. That's one of the major things we'll be attending to today. Then also, some of the things aside from the prices, one of the major challenges, the prices of our fish. In the course of the week, we're able to find out that chicken now sells for between 4,500 and 5,000 per kg. Hello. Hi. Pork, leather, sells for about 4,000 naira per kg. Other frozen fish too, they sell exorbitantly, 3,500, 4,000 per kg. Egg, I did not hear, I bought. I noticed that my wife did not buy egg in the house for like 2 months. Only the efficiency lady. So I decided to go and buy myself. And I bought it for 4,800. Oh, 5,000 area. And is anybody selling fish here at 3,000 per kg? Is anybody selling fish here at 3,000 per kg? Nobody. Can see there's a fundamental problem somewhere. So we have to stop that nonsense today. Hello? If it's making sense, say preach it, Pastor. All right. Hello? We have to stop that nonsense today. Hello? So we'll get there. But we don't want to just come up with the prices from this end. We'll decide it together. So start doing your mathematics so that when we get there, we just deal with it once and for all. Then we'll close that. Then feed. Mama Adetola, ẹsùn mọ́ mi. Ha! Okay.
No, mo kàn láìkì ẹni kan ṣe múra.
So the other thing is feed prices and feed quality. We have the feed companies here. So it's better they hear from the horse's mouth today. The quality of the fish feed and the price is a big challenge. So we'll be looking at that too. Then the zonal chapters, we'll be getting updates from you. Because in zoning, we want to have an idea of what is happening in those zones. Then the government representatives and some of the companies that are here too, some have very good products for us. We'll be giving them few minutes to advertise their products. Some of the products are fund. When we say product, it does not really mean farm produce. Do you understand? So, but there are things that we need to fund is part of it. We'll be giving you a few minutes. So if you've had like 10 minutes in mind to speak, just reduce it to like 2 minutes so that we can manage our time. Then we heard that there are some Chinese companies that are intending to frustrate our efforts. So we'll look at that too. Then updates on some of the basics that we had before after the last general meeting. So we'll give you updates on that. Then some other information to let you know about all of that. Is that okay? All right, so we are starting the meeting proper. So, but before we start, I'll quickly do the recognition. Some you will help me to recognize yourself because of the large house. I may not be able to identify everybody. So, but if you're here and you're representing an organization, we know everybody is very, very important. And we can't ask everybody to start recognizing themselves one by one. But if you know you are representing a group or an organization, you just indicate so we can recognize you. But for the government first, we have in our midst some of the government representatives, and I can identify one person now. Others will be coming in, and once they are here, they are representing the Ministry of Agriculture. The Director of Fisheries personally chatted me up that she wished to be here, but they have a field engagement today. That's why she can't be here. But some of our officers will be coming here. And I've seen some of them, and I've seen the program manager for LSADA this morning as well too. So I want to recognize the presence of one of our guys in the ministry. That's Mr. George. Thank you very much, sir. So, sir, we would want you to come and join us there. So, thank you. Can we put our hands together for him? So, and quickly, sir, before you sit down, yes, sir. You do a proper introduction of yourself, sir, and maybe a little update from the ministry, so that we just take that together once and for all. Thank you very much, sir.
Lascafan, great farmer. I'm happy to be in your midst this morning. I'm not a new member, right from the era of Honorable Sebanjo. I said I'm not a new member here. I'm not new. I'm very sure to some members that they know that I'm not new. It's just that because of our official duty, that is why I've been absent for some meetings. I bring you greetings from the Lagos State Agri Development Authority Program Manager. I say I bring you greetings from Lagos State Agri Development Authority Program Manager in person of Engineer Aliru Alade. We thank you for the support you've been giving the state concerning food security in Lagos State. And I personally am a fish farmer myself, but still in service. And I know the things the fish farmers are going through, because I feel it as well. But today I'm going to give a suggestion so that we can start from there, especially on the issue of feed. Because now I've even decided that it's as if I'm going back to local feed with the way the extruded feed the price that is soaring high on weekly basis. Then I want us to start from something, maybe when we get to the technical section, sir, in order not to take our time. So once again, I thank you for receiving us this morning. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. And is there any other representative from any of the government agencies? All right. Okay. Good morning, sir. Any representative from the government agencies, FDF, FMAT, are you from Mr. Ido? That's FDF. You are from FDF. Emma Bosa, come and tell us who you are.
Hello. Good morning, all. I'm Salisu Yusuf, Federal Department of Fisheries, Ministry of Marine and Blue Economy. formerly Ministry of Agri Rural Development. Thank you all. Salis Yusuf, Federal Department of Fisheries, Ministry of Marine and Blue Economy, formerly Federal Ministry of Agriculture and Rural Development. Nice to meet you.
Thank you very much, sir. You can come over here, sir. All right, so you can see this place is getting balanced. The federal is here. We have the representative from the federal, and we have the representative from the states. Also, is there any other organization that is here? Company, organization, just okay. Oh yeah, identify yourself.
Okay, my name is Dr. Yusuf Onimisi Abdulhamid. I'm representing ADM Animal Nutrition, and I'm here with my colleague, Ms. Lola, and we're here to just give a small talk on what we do.
All right, thank you. Any other organization? Oh yeah.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Ademola Sharafa. I'm from Advanced Lafayette Microfinance Bank. So we are here to speak to you about our product and services.
Just say money. That sounds complicated. All right. So, any other organization? All right. F4 mic quickly, please.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Kosim Ageege. We are here from the Alternative Bank, non-interest banking. Thank you.
Oh, wow. Is it making sense? Hello, is it making sense? One house. Hello. See, because so Madam Lelu, they are even telling you to come forward for recognition. Just calm down. Don't worry. For security reasons, just remain there. All right. 0 interest. All right. So, who else? Okay.
Yes. Good morning, everybody. My name is Ageege Babashe from Hotel Coupens International.
Coupens. All right. Which other organization is there? The thing there is one house, please. You can see that the vice president is putting down those names. So if you don't recognize yourself now or identify yourself, we may not call you up here. We're trying to manage our time. We have a whole lot and we want to make it very snappy. So, sir.
My name is Aziz Bakare. I am a volunteer from a non-governmental organization called Family Search International. Role in digitization of organization records. Thank you.
All right, thank you, sir. It's from an American company agency. I've been telling you people, go and do your international passport. You think we are joking?
We have
Great farmers. My name is Femi Dairo. I'm the business head at Lead Veterinary Laboratories. Lead Labs. Korodu.
He's a doctor. For security reasons, he doesn't want to mention his position. So that's that. That's all, Abi. All right. So now let me now recognize the foundation of for Lascafan from this table here, and the first person here is our daddy, and I will still want him to do the proper introduction of himself. Do you get it? So I want us to hear from the horse's mouth, one by one, like that. Thank you very much, Daddy.
Lascafan. Teach bread. Lascafan. My name's Chief Tayo Akingbolagu, a foundation member of Lascafan from 2004. I was also the national president for the whole country for Catfish for 11 years. Today, I operate for Ikorodu and have been saddled with a lot of responsibilities in this association. And one of them is a blast freezer. The second one I've taken on is the issue of feed. And I can promise you I will pursue it to a better conclusion. Good morning.
Thank you very much, sir. We don't allow Baba to rest. I know they were gallant. So thank you very much for all you are doing for us, sir. Thank you very much, sir. So, honorable sir.
Lascafan, fish. Great farmer, great nation. No farmer, no food. Orúkọ tèmi ni Babáṣọlá Olúdọlápọ̀ Ṣẹ́bánjọ. Ìfẹ̀rí kan pè mí l'Honorable, former member of Lagos State House of Assembly. When I was there, I was the chairman of budget appropriation in Lagos State. Foundation member of Lascafan, that's 204. And what some of you might not know, this small association of us, when Obasanjo wanted to establish an association for Nigeria, àwọn bàbá wa, àwa kékeré yìí náà, àtàwọn bẹ́ẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ from this association, we rose up to form Catfish. I was the former vice president, former president of this association. Right now, I'm a member of Eco Farmer Cooperative CMS Multipurpose Society. Tafẹ́ di microfinance bank tí ọwọ́ Lagos State government, the governor, the commissioner, the SPC appeals, tí ọwọ́ gbogbo wọn wà ní díẹ̀. Èèyàn kan sọ 0 interest, we are not 0 interest, 1% our role. But the president is coming in very soon to come and talk to you. Alaja Nurat Atopa. I'm very sure most of you know her. Ọmọ Abawa sọ̀rọ̀. Tiwantiwa, ẹ bá gbọ́ tiwantiwa. Ẹ dẹ̀ mọ̀ pé ọmọ ẹni ò lè ṣe díbẹ̀bẹ̀rẹ̀. Káfílẹ̀ kẹsí ọmọ ìjọba ẹlòmíì. Ilé ìtiwa ni. Ẹgẹ́ tí a dẹ̀ kájú ẹ̀. Táàbà á kájú ẹ̀. A máa pe 0% bàbá sọ̀rọ̀. A máa pa olókùn bàbá sọ̀rọ̀. Pẹ̀lú dábí lójú pé there is no bank that is bigger than Lagos State government. Tó dábí lójú. And Alaja Sọ́ọ̀sì, Alaja Bello sọ̀rọ̀ sí. Wọ́n ní Èkó for show. We always lead and others will follow. This is the first microfinance bank tá máa dálẹ̀ tó jẹ́ ti àgbẹ̀. Níbi kan tá ti ń bọ̀ lẹ́nìí. Mo sọ fún wọn bẹ́ẹ̀ mo ní kò ń ṣe People's Bank eléyìí o. Ilé ìbá yàtọ̀ sí People's Bank nígbà kí lórúkọ ẹ̀ Táyé Ṣọ́lárin tí Babangida dálẹ̀. Mo ní this one will sustain farmers. A dẹ̀ mọ ìṣòro farmers because ẹni tó bá mọ̀ mí mi ò sọ̀rọ̀ púpọ̀ ẹ jẹ́ kó sáré seize àwọn kọ̀ọ̀kan. Ẹ kàn máa fi gbà mí láyè because mi sọ̀rọ̀ púpọ̀ jù. Ṣẹ́rí president wa ti sọ̀rọ̀. Kí ni ìṣòro farmers? Pricing, which includes marketing and the feed. Gbogbo business láyé yìí. Níbi tí Nàìjíríà kọjú sí ìsìn, èèyàn ká dìde nílé ẹ̀, price mi di báyìí lénìí, tó tọ́ náà nìyẹn. Ṣáwa àgbẹ̀ lè ṣe irú ẹ̀ ní àwa fish farmers, ṣá lè ṣe irú ẹ̀ ní. A gbọ́dọ̀ wá wá ṣe máa ṣe irú ẹ̀ sí o. Because tó kó bọ́ wà nìyẹn. And let me be sincere with you. 98.9% of us amóhùn bomi ni wàá fi ń dín ní o. Because we love this business we are doing. Ẹ̀yin máa gbọ́ bàbá ń bá ní ọ̀rọ̀. mi kò sọ̀rọ̀ púpọ̀ níbẹ̀ tí ṣòro mi ní tí bá ti mú máa ìdání òun mi kì í gbélé ẹ má bínú sí mi ẹ jẹ́ kí n gbélé torí president yìí dúró and he has a lot to say for us. Thank you so much.
Thank you, sir. With people like him, I don't think there's any door we cannot open in this state. Do you understand? We were at Neoma about 3 weeks ago to meet with the new executive director, Captain Professor Sile. And because Daddy was with us, it was as if we did not even know before we entered. And we'll give you the updates on that too, because it paved the way for us. You understand? So, also, I'll move the mic like this to this side, so we can just hear few things and know the caliber of people seated, people that are flanking me. Do you understand? So I'm not an ordinary person as you are saying me now.
What is the role model?
Great farmers. In fact, I'm very enlightened and happy to be in your midst this morning with the caliber of people that I've seen on the high table. Honorable sir, you are welcome, sir. My former Kappa president, sir. I must say I'm also a pioneer member because we have the pioneer members here on this high table. The person of my honorable Sebanjo and Baba Akibolami. I just want to brief us on the activities of Lagos State Agric Development Authority. Looking at the authority is the technical hub of the ministry. That is Lagos State Agric Development Authority. So we service our farmer technically. In case we have any technical issue concerning agriculture, generally, not only fisheries, all agricultural value chain, you can come to our office to make more inquiry and also to seek for solutions to technical problems that you have on your farm. I'm an expert on fish farming. I'm a fishery special subject matter specialist and I'm a deputy director in this our ministry. And I want to implore all farmers, please, if you have any technical issue, feel free to come to our office. Our doors are open. Whether you are a fish farmer, poultry farmer, or whatever value chain you are engaged in, just come to our office for technical solutions, not financial. If it's going to be financial, then we have a department that can link you up to financial source. But technically, we are here to service you, to provide solutions to your technical problem. So that is why we are here, and that's why we are paid. That's what we are paid for. As I've said earlier, I said I'm a fish farmer myself. I also started fish farming in 2002. That was when I started fish farming, since 2002. I'm a pioneer member of this organization right from the era of Elder Aderumpe. Am I right, sir? Yeah, yes. I was even the officers that followed the association to Benin Republic when we made the first visit to Benin Republic, just to see what they are doing. Yes. So you can now know that definitely I'm a bona fide member of this association. I'm a fish farmer. My wife too is a fish farmer. That is what we do. That is what has been floating my family. This business is a profitable business. It's just that the situation we found ourselves now is very, very, I don't know how to put it, very pathetic. But I believe and I have that faith that things will get better in Jesus' name. Which we are not just standing on our house, we are trying to look for solutions, especially when it comes to the issue of feed. Now, as I've said, when we get to the technical section, there are suggestions that I have made personally, and there will be a suggestion that's going to be made here too. so that we can ponder on that and see the way forward, especially on the issue of fish meal. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir. Now, the relationship is getting more cordial. If you go to the ministry now and some of these parastatals of the ministry, and you say you are a fish farmer, they ask you, are you a Lascafan member? And I think we should start getting the message. If we put ourselves together, the ministry will not deal with anybody that is not a Lascafan member. Do you get it? And we have to bring everybody in the fold. Everybody in your locality that you know is a farmer, so that we can help the ministry do their work very effectively. Do you understand? And that is what you are hearing from him. And like we used to say too, a time will come that the association will be so strong that by the time we deliberately delayed our ID cards and everything, and I'm very sure before the next meeting, everybody that is a bona fide member recognized from the zones will have your ID card. And nobody will issue ID card for you if you don't belong to a zone. Hello? So you can see that the zones are very powerful too. Bulletin board. Surname. So your surname is your zone. Do you get what I'm saying? Yes. So there are a lot of things that are in the offing, and people will be rushing, begging to join Lascafan very soon. So let's just put ourselves in order, please. Thank you, sir. Yes, sir. So from Federal Department of Fisheries, Dr. Hansi.
Yes. Good morning once again. Service Yusuf, representing Federal Department of Fisheries, Federal Ministry of Marine and Blue Economy, formerly Ministry. It is formerly under Ministry of Agriculture and Rural Development. The pioneers are quite aware of our contribution to the development of Lascafan and the farming as a whole. We play a vital role in terms of policy, regulation, subsidy, and other things. And as I said, we are now under Ministry of Marine and Blue Economy. Our presence in that ministry, as you are all aware, we are trying to align with global vision. And that vision, especially, it has to do with SDG 14. So our concern is anything conservation, marine ecosystem. And I leave all of you here the all right. So the main issue with the blue economy is issue of sustainability, which is in alignment with SDG 14. And at this juncture, I want all the farmers, all the catfish farmers, to give their own contribution to attain that goal, which is conserving the ecosystem. Hello? Okay, as I said, it is to conserve the ecosystem, that is the marine ecosystem. And all of you here have a role to play. I am aware of some of the role played by some of you, your members, especially safety farms. I believe they are leading to attain that goal, to attain the goal of securing the food nutrition sector. Thank you all.
Right. So a very big fish came in too. while the no, for security reasons, I won't tell you this. Okay. All right. For security reasons, I won't call her now. Do you understand? So, but I want to call one of our fathers too in our association. Those that worked tirelessly too before people like us emerged. We have one of them in our midst, and that's Sunday Olugwa. So let's hear from him.
Lascafan, the name is Sunday Olugwa, a pig farmer, a grower and a processor. I happen to be the former chairman of Lascafan people. And actually, I started that zone. And so, I'm happy to hand over to the first current chairman of Ikorodu, and evidence is there that we are still setting the pace. By God's grace, I believe the number will still continue to increase more than what we are experiencing now. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir. And a success without a successor, they say, is a failure. So it's a success because he handed over to the person doing wonders, like miracle in the Ikorodu today. That's my one and only vice president, Salatoye. He handed over to him. You understand? So you can see the succession plan. And now, me too, that I'm doing anyhow now. I did not just come from anywhere. Somebody powerful, very successful too, handed over to me. And that's what I'm riding on our wings, on our shoulders. You can see women are powerful. If you don't have a woman in your life, I'm sorry for you. Better go and look for one by fire, by force. These are the people holding Lascafan. These are the people that we saw the drive that made us come into as young people. And she's no other person than the immediate past president of Lascafan, the person of Honorable Alaja Nurat.
And you can see, because of our NEPA brought lights. You know.
Great farmers. Great farmers. Lascafan. I'm so happy to be here this morning, and I'm happy to see this full house. I'm so happy. And the word of encouragement I want to give to fish farmers is that we should not be discouraged with the situation of things around us. Let us hang in there. Things will get better. And let us give the support, all the necessary support to our president. We have worked together for the 4 years that I was the president of Lascafan. And I can see that he's trying his best to move the association forward. And I pray that we'll continue to grow forward, make progress, and do our agribusiness successfully. Thank you.
Thank you very much, ma'am. All right. So the meeting has started fully, and what we'll do first is quickly hear updates from the zonal chapters. So the zonal chapter representatives, or let me just do it like this. Let me just do a bit of sampling so that everybody too can feel important and know that you are important. So once I call your zone, all of you from that particular zone, you just stand up, and nobody should clap for them. They clap for themselves. Hello. Hello. All right. Is that okay? So if we hear pa, that means it's only one person that is representing that zone. Then the ESCOs for that zone, they have a case to answer. Do you understand? So where do I start from? Ikorodu zone. All the members from Ikorodu. All the members from Ikorodu. Anything, everything is anything now. Otito. Otito. Ṣèbéèrè là ń ṣe náà. Ó ga o. Ordinary recognition ẹ ti take over. All right, I think I'm very impressed. Can you put your hands together for your chairman? All right, that's a very good one. And you came early. Oh, so really? Wow. Okay. Badagry zone. Badagry zone. Keep clapping. Okay. All right, that's a very good one. Yes, you came in first. All right. It's becoming competitive, buddy. Now, because the Lascafan president is from Badagry, everybody clap for Badagry. All right, that's a very good one. It's encouraging. Alimosho zone 1. Alimosho zone 1. Alimosho zone 1. I like that. Put your hands together for yourself. I like your support for that. All right. That's a very good one. You know one interesting thing? Before, when we have Lascafan meeting and we call on Alimosho zone, nobody. As you understand? And I think that's a very good one. And you now know what? They are not just zone 1, they have another zone. So Alimosho zone 2. Better you learn. Okay, you know what? Alimosho zone 1 and zone 2 stand up together. I think it's getting interesting. Alimosho happens to be is the biggest, largest local government in Lagos State, and they were like threatening us that we can select few people to come and represent you today because cannot contain us. Do you understand? So that is evident that the next Lascafan general meeting is not going to hold in this hall. I'm at the open field. We will take over everywhere and together. So can you sit down? Thank you very much. Epe is a border town. And so Epe, we can say they are international members. Do you understand? So all the international farmers from Epe zone, can you please stand up for recognition? Wow. All the way from Epe, they came in for. Wow. He said, wow. President for you want 4 Thank God, farmer. That's lovely. You know why? While they are standing, what you should be doing is you should be networking. Do you get it? You can have business opportunities exchange business opportunities. So as they are standing up from their zones, to recognize them. And I think I like the full house. Despite that they had challenge of the way coming, they still came in good time. That's a very good one. Thank you very much. Say again. A gay zone. A gay. Oh no, I joke. Commit. Okay, I just get zone. Stand up. Let's see. I just get zone. All right. I just get zone. All right. Ẹ bá wa fún Ageege zone gbóta mẹ́ta. Gbósà. Yes, that's the center of excellence and the center of power. Thank you very much, everyone in Ageege zone. Thank you very much. Now, with Ọjọ́ 1, Ọjọ́ 2. Ọjọ́ 1, Ọjọ́ 2. Ọjọ́ 1 is they are just coming up from Badagry zone and they are trying to put their house in order. There are some people from Badagry that are part of Ọjọ́, and they wanted to come with about 2 buses, but we said let them just come with 1 for logistics. No, I'm serious. So we know you are amongst them. Then Ọjọ́ 2, I think they are having a training currently, and that's why most of them are not here. So you can see that we still need to work in that zones. So now, if you are zoneless, or if you are here and we've not identified you with a zone, can you stand up, please? If you are here and we've not identified you with a zone, can you stand up? Okay, that means everybody here belongs to a zone. Okay, now with this assessment that we have, do you know if all of us cooperate with ourselves and decide to bring 1 additional member to our zones, that means the next meeting we can be triple this number. Do you get it? And very shortly too, we'll be going around all the zones one by one again. All the zones. I know why I'm saying all of this. We are putting down records. Some things are coming that it will just go to the zones. So if the zone is small things will come to you. If the zone is big things will come to you. Do you get what I'm saying? So these are some of the strategies we are putting in place. Do you get it? So we'll put our hands together for them. Ordinarily, we would have said introduce yourself one by one, but we are too many. Do you understand? For today's meeting, and because of time, we won't be able to do that. But you are welcome to the Lascafan family. And the strategy is, you can have your seat. You can see most of the churches and mosques. They have branches here and there. But when they now have their conversion, is a convergence. Do you understand? So that's what the Lascafan General State Meeting will begin to do. So anytime we are coming, it's like we are going for convention. Do you get it? So then from the next, after this one, the next state general meeting, except there is an urgency that we need to come, we can call everybody again. But the next one is going to be 3 months from now. Do you get it? Then you are allowed to come with buses. 2-3 buses will make provision. We won't restrict that, so we can have a full house. Is that okay? So thank you everybody for the cooperation. So now we want to go to the some of the reasons why we are here. First 2 major reasons, like we said, is the feed prices. We want to decide on the prices of our fish, and we'll need people that have experienced, that are wearing shoes, that know where it pinches. Do you get it? You tell us constructively what you feel the price should be with reasons, the breakdown. If you are not so sure of it, you don't have to say anything. Do you get it? So that we can get it right. We don't want it to be a rowdy session, and we'll just sample that, then we can now decide on what prices. Then we'll run with that. But quickly, after the last meeting, we were opportune to, because we've been making a lot of contacts, networking, and courtesy visits to the government, non-governmental agencies, so we can get it right. And we've been able to achieve so much in the past few weeks or few months. And the first of such courtesy visits was to Neoma. We had an invitation to meet with the executive director, and I won't be doing that brief. I have the vice president to just come and in a few minutes just give us an update of that visit. Thank you very much.
Great farmers. Great farmers. A few weeks ago, we visited the Nigerian Institute for Oceanography and Marine Research. Over the last 1 or 2 years, their extension officers have been with us at various zones to look at what we are doing and to assess various areas of collaboration, areas where they can assist the farmers technically. Because as we often say, fish farming is both science and an art. But most of us, we only copy the art from our friends, from our neighbors. But the scientific basis, we are lost on it, and it has created a lot of gap that has not allowed the business to move as much as it's supposed to be. Therefore, we sought for a visit to the CEO, the Director General of the Institute for Oceanography and Marine Research at BI, so that we can present our cases, let them know areas of need, so that they can do a proper need assessment of the state of the industry and look at how to help us scientifically to ensure that we have improvement and upgrade on what we are doing at the farm. So we drew representatives from various zones to attend that meeting. It was a very productive meeting where we were able to state the various challenges the farmers are having on their farm, some of which were broodstock, sourcing for parent stock. Right now, the fish we use, most of them are recycled fish, and we are having very slow pace of growth on our various farms. So we were able to agree with them that there's a need for a new strain, an upgrade in the strain of catfish that we are using right now, so that we can begin to source directly from an institute like Neoma. Then we spoke about feed too. We spoke about the fact that feed has become a major headache for farmers. We have breaking news every other day, where Olam and other feed millers will tell us that their prices have gone up by 500, by 1,000, by 2,000 naira per bag, and that is not good for business. When you have instability in your major input, feed forms about 80% of our cost of production, and when that is highly unstable, then that means you have to change your prices every other day, and no business does that. So we agreed that there was a need for them to come up with new materials, research into new things that we can use in formulating our feed, and come up with feed formulas that farmers can begin to use to achieve the desired FCR of 1:1. I mean, using 1 kg of feed to achieve 1 kg of flesh, instead of about 1.5, 2 kg of feed that we are currently using to achieve 2 kg of flesh. Am I speaking our mind? Yes. Yeah. So we emphasize that, and the institute accepted that challenge to begin to work on that. We also spoke about developing new species of fish. If you look at the patronage for catfish is on the downward trend. There are a lot of bias against catfish for so many reasons. Some will say, "Oh, for religious sake, I don't eat catfish." Some people will say because it does not have scale, we don't eat catfish.
Some people say when I sleep, I dream about catfish each time I eat it. So I don't eat catfish. Some people say it's too energetic, so I cannot kill it. Some people will even tell you that when they slaughter catfish, the blood is like human blood. Yeah, I've had such sentiments about catfish. So we looked at, okay, what are those species of fish that are having good patronage in the market? Can't we begin to culture them? So we highlighted some of them, and Numa accepted the challenge to look at those new species of fish and introduce them to aquaculture in Nigeria. The aquaculture business in Nigeria is about 90% catfish. Is about 90% catfish. Whereas in the market, when you go to the market, catfish is just about maybe 10-15%. So what are the people consuming? What are the people buying on a daily basis? Can we begin to culture that so that we can also dominate the market as much as possible? So these and some other areas were the things we looked at. We also looked at the area of